Hello everyone, this is Teacher Michelle and welcome to another episode of Unang Math. For this episode, our lesson is about the properties of an inequality. Why do we need to learn these properties? The properties of an inequality will help us find the solution to an inequality. Okay, if we will compare the properties of an inequality to that of properties of an equation, the concept is similar. Okay, let's compare or differentiate properties of equations to that of properties of inequalities. Okay, when we say equation, it uses an equal sign, meaning the number on the left side is equal to the number on the right side. If it's an inequality, it uses inequality symbols like less than, greater than, less than or equal to, and greater than or equal to. Okay, let's give an example of an equation. Let's say our equation is A is equal to B. Properties of equations mean that whatever you do on the left side of the equation, you have to do it also on the right side of the equation to make the numbers equal. So if you add 2 on the left side, you have to add 2 also on the right side of the equation. If you subtract 2 on the left side, then to make this equal, subtract 2 also on the right side. Multiply 2 on the left side. Then you have to multiply it also on the right side of the equation. Okay, and then if you divide 2 on the left side to make these numbers equal, you have to divide 2 also on the right side of the equation. Okay, what about for inequalities? Okay, let's give an example of an inequality. Okay, our inequality is 4 is greater than 2. Properties of inequalities mean if we will add 2 on this left side of this inequality, add 2 also on this right side. Okay, 4 plus 2, that's 6. 2 plus 2 is 4. 6 is greater than 4, so this is true. Okay, if we will subtract 2 on this left side of this inequality, subtract 2 also on this right side. Okay, 4 minus 2 is 2, and 2 minus 2 is 0. 2 is greater than 0, so this is true. Okay, what about if we will multiply 2 on the left side and multiply also 2 on the right side? So 4 times 2 is 8, and 2 times 2 is 4, so this is true. 8 is greater than 4. Okay, divide 2 on the left side, divide 2 on the right side. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. And 2 is greater than 1. So this is true. Okay, now, there is only one situation in which the inequality symbol will reverse or change. And that is if you multiply or divide a negative number on both sides of the inequality. Okay, let's give an example. Okay, our inequality is 4 is greater than 2. Okay, if we will multiply a negative number on both sides of the inequality, let's say multiply negative 2, and here is times negative 2 also. So 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Negative 8 is not greater than negative 4. Negative 8 is less than negative 4. So the symbol or the inequality symbol reverses or changes. Okay, what about if we will divide a negative number on both sides of the inequality? So let's say 4 divided by negative 2. Here is 2 divided by negative 2. By 4 divided by negative 2 is negative 2, and 2 divided by negative 2 is negative 1. Negative 2 is not greater than negative 1, but it's less than negative 1. So our inequality symbol reverses or changes. Okay, in summary, If you are adding or subtracting the same number to both sides of an inequality, then it doesn't change the direction of the inequality. Okay, if A is greater than B, then if you add C on both sides of the inequality, then your inequality symbol doesn't change. Okay, if you also subtract same number on the left side and on the right side of the inequality, then your inequality symbol stays the same or it doesn't change. Okay, multiplying and dividing both positive numbers on both sides of the inequality will not also change the direction of the inequality. Okay, if A is less than B, when you multiply C on both sides of the equation, then A times C is still less than B times C. Or if you also divide same number or same positive number on both sides of the inequality, then our inequality symbol will not change. Okay, and then for the third thing that you have to remember, this is now multiplying and dividing the same negative number on both sides of the inequality. Okay, in this case, the symbol reverses. Okay, reverses the direction of the inequality. So if A is less than B, and we multiply or divide a negative number on both sides of the inequality, then A times C, instead of less than, it becomes greater than B times C. Also, if we will divide a negative number on both sides of the inequality, instead of less than, then the symbol now becomes greater than. So A divided by C is greater than B divided by C. Okay, this time, with more examples, let's answer this concept check question. When A is less than B, we will fill in the appropriate inequality symbol in the box. Okay, A plus 2, here is B plus 2. So we added same positive numbers. So our symbol or inequality symbol will not change. So this is still less than. Okay, what about number 2? Okay, as you can see, we subtracted the same number on both sides of the inequality. So our symbol will not change. So this is still less than. Okay, what about number 3? 2A or 2 times A, here's 2 times B. So we multiplied the same positive numbers on both sides of the inequality. So our symbol doesn't change. So this is still less than. Okay, what about number 4? Okay, so you can see here, we divided the same negative number on both sides of the inequality. Okay, in this case, it will no longer be less than, but this is now a greater than sign. Okay, now let's answer the following problems. When A is greater than B, which of the following has an inequality symbol in the box that is different from the other 4? Okay, A is greater than B. Okay, number 1 is A plus 4, B plus 4. So we added both 4 on both sides of, the inequality. So our symbol doesn't change. So this is still greater than symbol. Okay, what about number 2? We subtracted the same number in both sides of the inequality. So symbol will not change. So this is still greater than symbol. What about number 3? We multiplied the same number on both sides of the inequality. So symbol will not change. So this is still greater than symbol. What about number 4? This is negative A and now this is negative. This is negative A and this is negative B. So it became negative. So this time, instead of greater than symbol, then our symbol now is less than. Negative A is less than negative B. And for number 5, A over 3, B over 3. So we divided positive numbers on both sides of the inequality. So it means the symbol doesn't change. So this is still greater than. Okay, and for the last problem, let's also answer this one. When negative A is greater than or equal to negative B, choose all the correct statements from the following. Okay, when you encounter a given like this, okay, we can actually simplify this one by turning this negative A is greater than or equal to negative B into just A is greater than or equal to B. So negative A is greater than or equal to negative B. We will just turn this one into A is greater than or equal to B. And how will we do that? So we have to multiply both sides of the inequality by negative 1. So negative 1 times negative A, then we can get positive A. Negative B times negative 1, then we have positive B. And the symbol now reverses. So instead of greater than or equal to, this is now A is less than or equal to B. Less than or equal to B. Okay, now, we have to choose all the correct statements from the following. Okay, number 1 is A is less than or equal to B. So this is just the same as this one. So this is correct. Okay, for number 2, 2A is greater than or equal to 2B. Okay, we actually multiplied 2 on both sides of the inequality. So supposed to be the symbol doesn't change, but this is greater than or equal to. So this is not correct. Okay, number 3, A minus 3 less than or equal to B minus 3. So we subtracted number 3, or we subtracted 3 on both sides of the inequality. So our symbol should not change. So it should be less than or equal to. But this is less than or equal to also. So this is correct. Okay, for number 4, A plus 4. Here's B plus 4. So we added 4 on both sides of the inequality. So the symbol supposed to be is still less than or equal to, but this is greater than or equal to. So this is not correct. And for number 5, okay, this is negative A over 5 is less than or equal to negative B over 5. So we actually divided negative 5 on both sides of the equation. So the symbol should be the reverse of less than or equal to. So it should be greater than or equal to. But this is less than or equal to, so this is not correct. So choose all the correct statements from the following. We have statement number 1 and 3.